Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Gentleman here, and I just wanted to give you guys my quick thoughts on the new chapter of My Hero Academia. I don't have a lot of time this morning, and I got to do all 3 of these chapters today, so I'm going to hop right into it. So we start with the news that Dabi is heating up. Dabi's heating up, and he is going to explode, and that's not a good thing. And so they realize that they only have a certain amount of time. Endeavor's watching him, but if Dabi explodes, he'll destroy way too much, and they can't risk that. So what they do is they end up getting in contact with Ida and Todoroki. All Might does anyways, and All Might decides to send them on their way to help with the situation, because Endeavor's there, but he can't do much about it. And so they have their little moment talking about how, we're all beaten down, and they kind of bond for a little bit about how Todoroki had to bear the weight of his brother being Dabi and all that, and how it was really difficult on him. And, they have their little bonding moment like that. So that was really cool to see. It's really nice to see when these characters who don't often interact get moments together, moments to share, because it's always difficult to juggle the large cast that My Hero Academia has, so props to Horikoshi for doing that. It seems like a bit of a difficult task. I know if I was writing it, it would be a little bit harder for me to do that. And so they get their whole thing there, and it was really nice to see. So they're on their way. And we see Stain again quickly. So he hasn't done anything quite yet in this war, but he is there, so that's cool. And this chapter ended in a way that I didn't expect it to. So the chapter is called I Am Here. And as we all know, that is All Might's phrase, the thing that he says. So this chapter ends with All Might going on his monologue after he's contacted Ida and Todoroki, sent them on their way, and he's going on his monologue about how this has always been his fight, and this is the way it has to be, and All for One is approaching him. He's approaching All Might, and I don't know exactly what that was around All Might's arms in the chapter. If maybe I'm just dumb and I'm missing a detail, maybe it's like things being decayed or destroyed by All for One. I don't actually know. Maybe it's All Might with a support item, but it ends with All Might standing in the way of All for One, saying, I am here. And yeah, that just, I don't know, it's really something to process, because when I first started reading My Hero Academia, I was almost certain towards the end, if anyone was going to die, it was going to be All Might, 100%. But then after the whole, early on in the series, when he fought All for One, he kind of took a backseat in the story, and I don't know, I just never really, from that point on, there was not a whole lot done with him, so I just never really expected him to take the foreground again, you know what I mean? But now I just can't wait for the next chapter. I want to see what happens to All Might. I hope he's okay, because honestly I like him as a character, but his death would be pretty significant in the series. But anyways, guys, that was this week's chapter of My Hero Academia. Let me know in the comments what you thought of it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.